My name's Stan Pettibone. I am the chief of Berlin Fire Department, have been for 3 years now. I've been a member for 25 years, 26 years. I am also a dispatcher for Rensselaer County 911 and have nearly 20 years experience doing that.
I'm Marci Ruppert. I've been with the Poestenkill Fire Company for 22 years, and I've been an EMT for 2. But I've been in the medical field for 20 years and have had at least CPR training for that amount of time.
When a 911 call comes in, dispatcher answers it, gets the general information, name, address, phone number, addresses, physical location, cross streets, town, city. After that, we ask what happens. If it's an EMS call, we go through the questions that the computer prompts us to, make sure we select the proper answers. With that, it'll bring up determinants, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo. Alpha and Bravo are BLS calls only. Charlie, Delta, and Echo are ALS calls. They get ALS dispatch automatically.
So the pagers go off, and we have 2 pagers. We have our phones, which has a responding app on it, so we know how many people are responding. And then you have the regular pager, which is just the speaker pager that just goes off and it dispatches all the information from the dispatcher.
My job is getting the information. I'm going to get the information from you. I care about you. I don't care what's happening until I get your address, cross streets, town, city, name, phone number. And then we'll go into tell me exactly what happened. So when you dial 911, if you tell me that the person's not breathing, I'm going to get all the information first. Remember that name, phone number, address, all that stuff first. Even though they're in cardiac arrest, I'm getting this information because that's my job, and I need to know where to send them, who I'm talking to. Now, okay, tell me exactly what happened. My wife's not breathing. Okay, I hit the button. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to do CPR. Let's get her off the bed. It goes right to that, just like that. It's an echo. County Fire is a call in there for you. They're dispatching the fire and EMS.
The chiefs respond to the scene, but the rest of the staff responds to the firehouse. And we have 2 firehouses, one on the East Station and one on Main Street in Poestenkill. The response goes based on who responds and what their job is at the fire station. So like mine is an EMT, so if it's an EMS call, I'm definitely on the call. It depends on how many EMTs respond at any given time. I need support staff to help me with everything that goes down on the scene, plus bringing equipment in. So usually 3 or 4 people at least, preferable, on one truck. And then if it's a traffic accident, it's a different truck. So it all is broken down based on what exactly the call is.
Put away your animals, get your medicine together, don't eat or drink anything. Turn on the light if it's dark out. Try to have somebody out by the road. And that's for a normal EMS call. Anything where we don't need to stay on the phone with you. If Mrs. Smith is not feeling well, she just got a little fever and she wants to go to the hospital. Okay, we don't need to stay on the phone with Mrs. Smith. If Mrs. Smith is alone and she wants to stay on the phone, that's fine. I'll stay on the phone all day with Mrs. Smith. If Mrs. Smith is having severe trouble breathing, I'm not going to disconnect the call, regardless if she wants to or not. I'm going to stay on the phone with her after I get all the information, after I read all those instructions. I'm going to stay on the phone with her, keep talking to her, keep trying to keep her calm. I used to be an EMT, so use that training to say, okay, now take nice slow breaths, that type of stuff. Cardiac arrest is a totally different thing. Once we get the information, the first information, name, address, all that stuff, we find out it's cardiac arrest. Now we're going to give CPR instructions, just like that. As soon as it happens, I'm going to tell them to get them off the bed. If they can't, I'm going to try to, you have to get them off the bed. Do the best you can. I even think it says you're not going to hurt them. Grab them by the ankles and pull them off the bed. We need a hard, flat surface to do good CPR on.
There's 5 of us that can fit in the truck. It's a regular 350. It has a bunch of box stuff with lots of equipment in it, and it goes. And the average time that we get to the station and respond to calls is within 7 minutes. That is true. We do have some people who are EMTs on the mountain and would respond to the scene because coming all the way down the mountain and then having to go back up it just to grab a truck, they would. But the bigger part is right now with our EMT numbers is 2 of the 3 chiefs are EMTs. And so depending on the chiefs, one of the EMTs are definitely responding. And we have EMTs on the mountain, which they don't have a squad car up on the mountain yet, hopefully soon. But you know what I mean? So they'll respond to the scene to help start the support on the scene to get there faster. Basically, when Poestenkill Fire responds, we're responding as BLS. Yes, we don't have the ambulance in tow. We have what we call the squad, but the squad has some of our tools on it, which is, your blood pressure cuffs. We got traction. We have medical equipment, ice packs, warm packs, stuff you need for bleeding. You know what I mean? You have the basic first aid equipment, and we're starting. And then the biggest part is when the ambulance gets there. So say they're 12 minutes out and we're there in 7, we're starting, then they're getting an assessment, they're getting a summary of what's been going on and what we've already done, and they can basically load and go. We have defibrillators on the mountain. All the trucks have defibrillators. All the chiefs have defibrillators. All your sheriffs have defibrillators. Your state troopers have defibrillators. Your sheriffs are all EMTs. We have at least 8 to 10 EMT people. We have a couple people who are trained with the class but not past the licensure yet for the certification. And then we have a couple other people who are going to take the next class. So we have a good bunch of people to cover over. The breakdown too with calls for EMS is that everybody takes CPR. So everybody in our fire company takes CPR, and we're all on the same rotation. So when it gets ready to expire, we all take it again. So we definitely have everybody with CPR trained. The next level is certified first responders, and the certified first responders, they're not EMTs, but they know what to do on a first aid call, and they have CPR. So the biggest thing when there's been a call and someone's sick and they're stopped breathing and you're going to do CPR is everybody knows how to do it, no matter who you are on that scene.